it's Wave. I'm sorry about last week's no upload. It's exams and I happened to get sick on top of it. So if my voice is a little bit nasally, that's why. So this is my September update for my project pan. I basically try pan all of my 7 products out of the year, and if I finish one earlier, I just keep rolling it as much as I can because I basically want to declutter all my makeup before it fully expires. That way it gets all the good use, and that way I can see what I actually use and what I'll actually purchase in the future consumer wise, and be more conscious of what I spend. And overall it's like, what's my style of makeup? Because I noticed doing these project pans I actually learned a lot about myself, and it's pretty interesting, and I actually do enjoy doing these videos, kind of like talking. Now I'm getting better after 151 videos I think at this point. But that's not including actually talking face to face. Speaking of that, I want to say thank you so much for all the views I got for my last upload, which is the Kindle first impressions. Thank you once again, and thank you to all the new subscribers who subscribe to my channel. That really means a lot, and let me know what you want to see in the future and all that, and how I can improve, because this is really about me just getting more comfortable talking through a camera and talking in general, since I don't talk much, introvertness, and get better at my quality of my videos and my art itself. So without further ado, let's go for the first product. My first product is this Tarte limited edition See Lyfe palette. It's right here. Cute packaging, but for the shadows it's kind of a hit or miss, but that's what you expect for limited edition, which I really don't like when they do that. So I didn't get much because for a whole week I was sick, and even before that we had the hurricane and then it was raining, and exams stressed me out to where I didn't even want to put makeup on to begin with. So I got 3 uses out of it. So this is what it currently looks like. I will pop in pictures here and there so you guys see a better view of it. I did repan 2 shadows, which is basically the bone color and the matte brown. So I can't really say for sure if it actually crumbles more to make more pan, because like I said, I only did 3 uses out of this whole month. So maybe October I'll get more use out of it. Well, that is the goal since it's Halloween. But by then we'll get to see with the progress updates by then whether it actually works or not. I do like this sometimes and not. It just made me more conscious of, for if I want to buy a limited edition palette, it's gotta be like really worth it to where the quality is still the same in colors I'll actually use, because I noticed that it's not worth for me purchasing a palette if I'm not going to use 2 colors out of like the whole 12 pan or 24 pan. So because the thing is, they do add up by grams and by shadow, if you get what I mean. So I'm more conscious of that. I'll see what happens in the future. My next item is the Essence Make Me Brow in Brownie Brows. It's right here. I still have not pulled out the stopper. Sorry. I did get 5 uses out of it, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting really close to finishing this off. I know I keep saying like month after month in my previous videos that I think I got it, and then it turns out I was like, oh no, I only got like 1 section, and find out I have like a little bit more. But I really do feel that it's getting closer this time, because I noticed I had like more trouble getting it out. Like I was even like scraping inside. So smell wise, I think it smells the same, but then again, I'm still recovering from being sick, so who knows. So I will know that if I do start getting irritation or somewhere, then I know that's okay, it's time to go and try to figure out how to open this thing. So if you guys know how to remove a stumper like this, please leave it down in the comments. That would be helpful. My next item is the Nars bronzer in Laguna, and I got this, not last year, the year before, for the Sephora birthday gifts they do every year. So I wanted to try this out because I wasn't sure how I was gonna like a bronzer in general, and it is nice, but I don't find myself reaching for it as a bronzer, but more as a one shade on my eyes or like a transition shade, because I'm not a face person. I notice, well, makeup on the face, that doesn't make sense. I don't like applying makeup on my cheeks and face unless it's doing eyes and lips and eyelashes. Those are basically my 3 comfort zones, and I know it's like that's what gives me the most flattering looks when I do my makeup versus trying to do a bronzer, because I still can't get my face contour right, well, even though it's not a contour, but with my face still bloated, I can't really see right, and half the time I do it wrong to begin with. So unless you're a professional makeup artist that sees this video and you can tell what type of face I have, here it is. Let me know, because I don't know if it's a round, oval. It's definitely not square and definitely not heart, so it's gotta be one of those 2 I said before, or something else. I have no clue. So if you do, please let me know. That would be helpful, and any tips as well of how to get better. I think I said it already, but 5 times I used this. Not great, but better than the past 2. My next item is the Heart Candy setting spray in Brighton. Sheer Envy, I think it's called. Well, that's what it says. I don't use this as a setting spray, as I said many times. I use it for adding more impact on my Tarte palette, because the shimmers are kind of hard to get out, and when I apply this on my brush and then just do like a little shimmy, it actually makes it more better and apparently lasts a little bit longer. So that's a win-win for me. The fragrance is really strong. I'm not sensitive to smell, and I don't get headaches from this thing, but it's just something to keep in mind if you are wanting to try like a cheaper alternative to setting sprays. 3 uses, not much, but I have been intentionally pressing harder because of the nozzle issue I have. So I started from over here, so I'm like now to like over here, so from here to here. That's actually pretty good considering this is 2.2 ounces, and I've been making more an effort to like squeeze the hell out of it. So I'm happy about that, despite the low number count. My next item is the LA foundation in Natural. Yeah, it is Natural. I've been saying this as beige for some reason. Maybe because to me it kind of looks like beige, but my past 2 months updates, I've been wanting to get rid of this sucker because my sunscreen is now going down, so I need to flip it again. Because the thing about it, once you use one side, you gotta flip the sponge to get the excess, and then it goes back and forth type of deal. Annoying, but at least I know that I'm using it faster, and then I can replace it with my foundation. My usual typical sunscreen that I use. Go to my typical sunscreen, which is the Australian one. I do have it on one of my project pans like the 1st or 2nd year, so if you want to see that, go ahead. I haven't like got much, like I said, but I did get 4 uses, and I did drop this. So basically the cap itself, even though it's dirty, it does have a mark here, so which is kind of a bummer. Oh no, there's a couple. Oh my bad. I do notice that when it comes to this nozzle, it does get clogged up, but I think it's because it's actually the foundation itself that just not oxidize, but one of those like kind of dry up and become goopy. So I do have to press a little bit more to get like the full amount. So I didn't include that. So typically I think I did 1 time or 2 times. Instead of pressing 1 pump, I had to do 2 pumps. So there's that. Definitely want to get rid of it because it does not match me. And I'm just looking at one of my videos, the Magister Vater. I think I used it with a foundation cushion for it or not. But if you check that video, you know, because I can't remember and I'm too lazy to go check it myself. Anyways, planning to do better for October, but we'll see how many times I get sick this year or times that month. My next item is the Milk Makeup Cream and Blush in work. I think I'm like not like halfway done. I'm pretty much like past it. This thing just keeps going. So I have about like this much left, and I did 14 uses. And I'm actually kind of surprised considering I've been slacking on it, because it is nice if you go light-handed, but I just don't find myself reaching for it like I want to, because it messes with my sunscreen, and if you do that, I don't want it. I'd rather protect my skin as much as possible than try to be more fleshy, dewy type of style or aesthetic. I don't know. Creams are just not it. My last product is the KVD Ritual. This is like one of her like first starter lipstick line she did like years ago. So I've been really focused on working on it. So I have about this much left, which is pretty darn good. And I'm thinking I can finish it next month. It's actually tilted, so when I go to apply, I have to be really careful, and then when it starts tilting one way, I switch it and then keep going and then go back and forth. So that's what I've been up to with this thing. 16 uses. So I'm happy about it. It is a nice color, but of course they don't make this one no more, I think. And I'm just going through my lipsticks to see what works, because I really don't need that many. It's considering they go bad. I want to say 2 years, but probably be less than that, because of course they give the deadline of, what is it? Oh my God. Yeah, actually 24 months. So I've had this way longer than that, obviously. Definitely want to declutter my lipsticks, and I think I'm just gonna stick with 2 or 3 as my limit. Basically a dark vampy one, a red for, you know, holidays, and then a neutral mauve tone for like an everyday professional outing, because I do like mauves. It just has to be a particular tone to it. Glad that I'm getting rid of this faster. I just wish I started sooner, because it's starting to smell and the thing's just falling apart. And with that, that is my update for September. I hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, thank you so much for the subscribers and the views. And thank you for also the watch time, because I went from, what is it, 38 hours? No, started with 35, and then 2 days went 30 hours, to now that's almost a week. I'm at 51 hours, so thank you for that. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!